I came across this question and it reads, after the judgment from the Federal High Court, is there still a chance for the Supreme Court to look into it again? And I had like to share my understanding of the matter based on what I know. Yes, there is still a chance for the Supreme Court to look into Nnamdi Kanu's case after the Federal High Court finally gives its judgment, but it depends on what happens next. Let me explain this one after the other in simple terms. The Federal High Court is the court currently handling Nnamdi Kanu's trial, the one that will either find him guilty or not guilty of the charges like terrorism or whatsoever they said that he did. After the judge at the Federal High Court gives the final judgment, any side that is not satisfied, either the federal government or Kanu's lawyers, has the right to appeal. The next step is the Court of Appeal. This court does not start the case all over again. It only checks whether the Federal High Court made any legal mistakes, whether the law was properly applied, and whether the judgment was fair and followed the due process. If the Court of Appeal agrees with the lower court, it will uphold the decision. But if it finds errors, it can set it aside or order a retrial. Now, if any side, either the government or Kanu's team, is still not satisfied with the decision of a appeal court, they can take the matter to the Supreme Court, which is the highest court in Nigeria. The Supreme Court is like the final referee. It will not retry the case from the beginning, but it will check if the lower courts, like Federal High Court and Appeal Court, followed the law correctly, review constitutional and human rights issues, and finally, give the last and binding judgment. No other court can change it. I don't know if you understand what I mean. Think of it like this. Federal High Court is the first referee. Court of Appeal is the second who reviews if the first did things right. And finally, Supreme Court, the final referee, whose whistle ends the match completely. Do you understand? So, in all this, the answer is yes. Even after the Federal High Court judgment, the case can still go up to the Supreme Court, and the Supreme Court can change, confirm, or cancel the lower court decision depending on what they find. So here are the main reasons why the Supreme Court could overturn or change whatever judgment comes from the Federal High Court or even the Court of Appeal in Nnamdi Kanu's case. Number one, the law was wrongly applied. Number two, his rights were violated. Number three, the court acted beyond its powers. There was unfairness or bias. And finally, new important evidence comes up. So in all this, once the Supreme Court gives its verdict, no other court in Nigeria can change it. It becomes final and binding.